Have you ever shaken someone's hand, heard their name clearly, and lost it within 3 seconds? Yeah, we all have. You smiled, you said nice to meet you, and somewhere between the handshake and the smile, the name just evaporated, gone. Your brain isn't broken, it's doing exactly what it's designed to do, and once you know what, you'll stop apologizing for it. It happens in the smallest moments. The work introduction, the friend of a friend at a party, the new neighbor who finally caught you in the hallway. They told you their name, you repeated it back even, and 3 minutes later, it's gone. Now you're standing in a circle of 3 people watching the conversation, knowing that any second someone is going to ask you to introduce them, and inside your head, a quiet alarm is going off. Sarah? Sarah? Did it start with an S at all? You're nodding, you're laughing at the right moments, you're also calculating the safest exit to the bathroom. And the cruelest part is what you do remember: their job, the dog, the story about their sister, just not the one piece of information that's about to be socially essential. This has a name, or better, it has a paradox. Researchers in the 80s did something simple. They showed 2 groups of people the same photograph of the same stranger. One group was told, "This man's last name is Baker." The other group was told, "This man is a baker." Same word, same face. The only thing that changed was whether Baker was a name or a job. Days later, the people who learned the profession remembered it nearly twice as often as the people who learned the name. They called it the Baker-Baker paradox. And it's not really about names, it's about how your brain decides what's worth keeping. When you hear baker as a job, your brain lights up. Flour, warm bread, early mornings. The word isn't a word, it's a whole little world your brain already has filed away. The new information plugs into a story you already know. But when you hear baker is a name, there's nothing for it to attach to. It's a label floating in space. In your brain, efficient, ruthless, always trimming, looks at it and decides there's nothing useful here, so it lets it go. Not because you weren't listening, because there was nothing for the name to hold on to. But here's what nobody tells you. You don't forget names because you weren't paying attention. You forget them because you were paying attention to the wrong thing. While they were saying, "I'm Tom," your brain was busy managing you, your posture, your smile, the thing you were about to say so the silence wouldn't get awkward. There wasn't room left for the name. And here's the gentler truth underneath that. The people who forget names easily are often the ones who remember the strangest, most specific things. The way someone laughed, the shoes they were wearing, a story they told 3 years ago about their grandmother. Your brain didn't fail to record them, it chose depth over the label. So next time the name slips, the quiet panic, the dodging, the pretending, you don't need to apologize. You weren't being rude, you were being a brain that prefers stories to labels. And if you want to remember better, the trick isn't trying harder, it's slowing down for 1 extra second when you hear the name and connecting it to one specific thing about the person in front of you. And if this felt familiar, you're already further along than you think. Kindly like and subscribe.